Hello everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Birgit and today I'm going to show you how to make a Danish cheese cake. So let's get going. First I warmed up 1 cup of milk and I'm going to add 3 teaspoons of yeast. I've got dried yeast here, and I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of sugar, and that is going to mix a little bit. I'm going to stir it, and then I'm going to wait till it starts to bubble a little bit. That means it's activating. So I just got a whisk out and I'm stirring that a little more so that it's going to blend in. And I'm going to wait then 10 minutes so that it's activated. In the meantime, I'm going to put my 60 grams of butter here in my mixer and let that mix for a while. And now I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of sugar in my mixing bowl and 1 egg, and I'm going to mix that all together again. So here is the yeast. It's activated and it's ready to go. This is what it's supposed to look like. So I have this new gadget here to stir the dough. So now the butter and the sugar and the egg is all mixed up in there, and I'm going to add 3 cups of flour. I'm going to stir it in slowly here with my new gadget. Add my bubbly yeast here into the bowl and stir that together. I don't know if you can see this. I'll have to do a close-up, but it's working out. I'm stirring it all together, and I'm going to have to go in with my hands and make a ball, and then it has to sit for a while. I just washed my hands and now I have to get in here. Can you see this? So I'm mixing this together with my hands and it's working out perfectly. So this is what it looks like. And now what I'm going to do is put it back in the bowl and let it sit for at least an hour, and then I'll be back. And that time it's going to grow. So you can cover it with saran wrap or a towel if you don't have saran wrap, but I do have saran wrap. We always have a lot of saran wrap because we bought a big package from Costco. So there you go, and it's gonna stay in a warm place. It's not gonna go in the fridge. It's just going to stay in the warm room, and it's going to expand, and I'll show you what that looks like. So now the dough has been sitting for over an hour in room temperature. Well everyone, I'm back. It's over an hour now. My husband and I, we had supper, and you see it has expanded, grown. It looks perfect. That's the way it's supposed to be. So now I'm going to take it and put it here on my pastry board, roll it out, and then I'm going to put it in this pan because I'm going to make a pan full because I'm taking it to church again tomorrow for everyone to enjoy. And so I'm going to get going now. And this isn't hard at all. It comes out very easily like that. And take my rolling pin, put a little flour on it like that, and I'm going to start rolling it out. And it is going to be enough for this pan. So this dough is very flexible, and I got this recipe from my aunt, and I'm sure my grandmother also used this recipe. And it is really easy. It stretches out really easy. As you can see, just take your fingers and spread it around. And oh, I just ripped a corner, but that's easy to patch up, and it doesn't take long. Just spread it with your fingers evenly everywhere, like that, and then you're ready to start to make the cheese filling. And this is one of my very favorite cake desserts that I really enjoy. What I'm going to do now is put this pastry dough here in the oven just to sit. The oven I did not turn on. It's just going to sit for a while and rise. Now everyone, I'm going on to the next part, and that is the cream cheese topping. I know I said cream cheese filling before. I have to correct myself. It's actually a cream cheese topping on top of the cake. So first we're going to start off with 250 grams of cream cheese. Then we're going to add 1 egg and a 1/4 cup of sugar. And you can add 2 packages of vanilla sugar, or you can use the real stuff here, the vanilla. And I'm going to put 2 shots in instead of the 2 packages of vanilla sugar. So now I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of milk. You can also use cream if you like to make it creamier, but I'm using milk. This is 3.5 milk. And then you're going to add 2 tablespoons of oil. Now I'm using virgin oil here and olive oil, and I would advise not to use corn oil or sunflower oil because it is highly processed. So I need 2 of these in here. So the next thing we need to add to this cream cheese topping is either Käsehilfe or the German Dr. Oetker pudding powder. And we need to add 2 tablespoons of that, so one or the other. And you can get these in the European stores. So today I'm going to use this Käsehilfe product, and like I said, I need 2 tablespoons. So I'm going to level out 2 tablespoons, and here, there we go. So the last ingredient for the cream cheese topping is 1 lemon. And if you prefer lime, you can use a lime also instead of a lemon. But I'm going to use a lemon because I have lemons in the fridge. So I'm going to squeeze a whole lemon here. That's the first half, and let's spit it on me here. And then the other half. So here's a little tip for you all. I find this even better than vinegar for my electric kettle. So if you have electric kettle like I do, I cook my tea up, I just take the lemon, instead of throwing it out, take the rest of the lemon with the seeds and everything, just throw it in there and let it boil with water. I let it boil twice, and you will see how wonderfully clean your electric kettle will be, and you don't have to worry about the taste or cook it up again in water, because it has a little bit of a lemon taste later in your tea, and it's just great. So I made some lemon tea, and look how clean my kettle is. So I'm gonna continue with the cheese topping. First I'm gonna take a spoon and stir this a little bit, and then I'm gonna take my hand mixer and mix this all together and make it nice and creamy. So you're gonna mix it until there's no more lumps and it looks nice and creamy. Out the dough, the pastry out of the oven, and you see it's risen a little bit. And now it's time to preheat the oven at 350 or 360. I like heating mine at 360 on conventional. And in the meantime, we're going to put the cheese on top, and we're going to put some crumbs on top too. So now we're going to make the crumbs. I weighed up 125 grams of soft butter, unsalted butter, and I'm going to add a package of vanilla sugar, like that. And then I'm going to add 1 cup of sugar. And now 1 cup of flour I'm going to add in here. And then I'm just going to take my fork and I'm going to sort of crunch this and press and turn until it becomes like crumbs, like looking a little bit like oatmeal. I'm also going to add a dash of cinnamon in here and mix that together. So this is what the crumbs look like, and now we're going to the next step. Now you can also make this cake without the crumbs on top if you don't like a whole lot of sugar, or cut down on the crumb recipe. So now it's time to put the cream cheese on the pastry. So I'm just going to put it on top and spread it out evenly. So I'm spreading it out evenly on the pastry here. It's not going to be a whole lot of cheese, it's just going to be like a thin layer. And then we're going to add the lovely crumbs on top, and it's going to have a wonderful flavor. So now I've washed my hands and I'm going to add the crumbs. And if you can go like this and it stays together, it's perfect. So what you're going to do is take a handful, squeeze, and then you're going to just spread out the crumbs all over the place, in every corner and on the sides. And this is going to give your cake extra kick of flavor. So I have some crumbs left over, but that doesn't matter. I don't want to pile it up too thick. And now it's ready to go into the oven. So now I'm putting it in the oven for 30 minutes. I'm going to set my timer. After 30 minutes, the cake is perfectly baked, and you can see there's a nice brown edge around the outside, and it looks very delicious. I'm taking this cake to church for everyone to try, and you can see here it was a big hit because there's only 2 little pieces left. I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and I'm just going to say bye for now.